In recent months, New York City has grappled with the challenges posed by a significant increase in the number of migrants arriving at its borders. Mayor Eric Adams' administration has tirelessly sought solutions, from hotels to parking lots, in an attempt to house the growing population. However, each proposal has sparked controversy and criticism. The situation has worsened in recent weeks, with an average of 700 migrants arriving daily since the expiration of the Trump-era policy. Title 42, which allowed for the expulsion of certain border crossers back to Mexico. As the crisis deepens, the city faces an overwhelming humanitarian and economic burden, with $1 billion already spent and projections of up to $4.3 billion in costs through June 2024. Growing influx of migrants. The influx of migrants has strained the relationship between Mayor Adams and New Yorkers, as well as President Joe Biden. Over 67,000 migrants have arrived in the city since the crisis began, with 41,500 currently under the city's care. In the past week alone, 4,300 migrants have arrived, creating additional challenges for an already overwhelmed city. While border crossings decreased after Title 42's end, thousands of migrants had arrived at the border prior to its expiration. The Biden administration has faced criticism from both Republicans and Democrats, including Mayor Adams, who accused the president of failing the city. Efforts have been made to limit the flow of migrants and restrict asylum applications in the United States, making it difficult for many to qualify. Impact on left-leaning cities. New York City is not the only left-leaning city facing the consequences of the migrant crisis. Have also welcomed a significant number of migrants, straining local services and resources. Places like Chicago, Denver, and Washington, D.C. Despite the challenges, these cities have attempted to balance the need to accommodate migrants while acknowledging the strain on existing infrastructure. Search for shelter solutions. Mayor Adams and his administration have faced an ongoing struggle to find suitable shelter options for the growing migrant population. The proposal to house migrants in public school gyms, implemented last week, faced immediate backlash from activists, human rights groups, public school parents, and the general public. To address the crisis, the city has resorted to temporary measures, such as using gyms and large open spaces. As shelter capacity reaches its limits. Following the uproar, the city distanced itself from the plan. However, these solutions have been met with resistance and calls for more permanent housing options. Challenges and call for assistance. The current situation in New York City highlights the urgent need for constructive solutions and cooperation among New Yorkers. Deputy Mayor Ann Williams-Isom emphasized the seriousness of the humanitarian crisis and appealed for genuine suggestions rather than idle criticisms. The city has requested assistance from mayors and county executives across the state but has not provided specific details on proposals or municipalities. With limited options available, the city is grappling with the overwhelming influx of migrants and the strain it places on its resources. Public outcry and divergent perspectives. Public school parents, activists, and legal groups have expressed concerns about the impact of housing migrants in temporary spaces. Critics argue that the focus should be on finding permanent housing solutions, but New York City's ongoing housing crisis and issues with its voucher program complicate these efforts. While some New Yorkers empathize with the migrants' plight, protests have erupted over the use of school gyms, citing inadequate facilities for both students and migrants. Looking ahead, Mayor Adams expressed frustration over the cycle of proposals, public outrage, and subsequent shifts in plans. The city finds itself caught in a precarious situation, urgently seeking solutions while grappling with limited resources. As the crisis continues,